On the 7th of this month, the tennis community got the shock of a lifetime as the news that the tennis star Simona Halep had tested positive for a banned drug substance at the 2022 US Open broke. Following the positive test, the former Grand Slam champion has been suspended from participating in any game for the rest of the year. However, Simona has vehemently denied knowingly taking any illegal substance. It is quite hard to believe that the 31-year-old player would ever resort to such an act, as she has always been perceived as an athlete who loves tennis and has always been at the top of her game. In today's video, we're going to fill you in on everything you need to know about Simona Halep, what exactly she took to get banned from the game she loves so much, and just what the world is saying about her recent ban. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to our channel so we can continue to bring you amazing content like this. Doing what she loves, and among both male and female players, her earnings place her at the 8th overall player who has earned the most prize winnings in the game. With all this under her belt, you wonder if there's any merit to believing the news about Simona's drug ban. The news surfaced that the 31-year-old was provisionally suspended from playing any tennis games after she was tested positive for a drug called roxadustat during the US Open. Roxadustat is a drug that is marketed as a wonder tool for preventing anemia by boosting the production of red blood cells in the body. You might be wondering why taking a drug for anemia is considered doping in the tennis world. Well, drugs like roxadustat are mainly meant for kidney disease patients on dialysis or people on chemo, but it does benefit athletes in a particular way. Drugs like this are often used to help their endurance and stamina levels by boosting the red blood cells in the body. You also boost the amount of oxygen available to you. We all know how vital oxygen is to the body, especially during strenuous activities like running around a tennis court and whacking balls for hours. The Romanian professional denies taking such a drug and expressed her shock that it was found in her system on social media. She pointed out that she has never been tempted or had the need to cheat in the game she loves, saying, "I will fight until the end to prove that I never knowingly took any prohibited substance. I have faith that sooner or later the truth will come out." You might have to admit, looking at her stellar career, that she doesn't seem like the type to ever use performance-enhancing drugs. However, you might also consider the fact that she had a pretty nasty career-stopping injury last year and might be struggling to stay in the game. Like Simona firmly stated, she is trying to find out what exactly happened and fight the test results in suspension. If she isn't able to show that the test results are wrong or prove that she didn't intentionally use the drug, she might be facing a continued 4 years of suspension according to Romania's anti-doping laws. No professional career would be able to withstand such a punishment, so we may very well be looking at the end of Simona Halep's tennis career, but then innocent until proven guilty. While the suspended Romanian is currently fighting for her career, she may not be fighting the battle alone, as there are still people who don't believe she's capable of using performance-enhancing drugs and are standing firmly by also stated that Simona frequently and readily tested for banned drugs and always embraced the spirit of fair play in tennis. He described the Romanian as always being vigilant against the accidental use of such drugs. Honesty has always been her greatest strength and her biggest weakness. I always have and can honestly say never more than right now in this particular issue. I stand with Simona, said Cahill. The coach firmly expressed his belief in the accused player and his decision to stand behind her. Simona's former coach isn't the only one who believes her incapable of such an act. Other big names in the tennis world share the same thought, as tennis professional player turned commentator Barbara Schatt-Eagle and Renee Stubbs publicly agreed with Cahill's words. World-known Patrick Mouratoglou, who is former coach of Serena Williams and has recently been working with Halep, also stands behind the Romanian's back. He states that anybody who knows Simona Halep can attest to the absurdity of the claim. And on a more higher or notable level, even the Romanian Tennis Federation and its president, George Cosac, along with the Romanian Minister of Sports, Eduard Novak, are all in support of Simona. Looking at the scale of what Simona is currently going through, you can't help but notice how big of an impact this whole situation has had on the tennis community. There hasn't been such a big issue on illegal drug use for a while now. Well, not since the incident of Russian player Maria Sharapova's own drug ban in 2016. Speaking of that particular incident, Simona herself, who is currently under the scrutiny of the Tennis Federation, is quite critical of Sharapova when it was the Russian's neck on the chopping block. She made it known that she wasn't a fan of the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix, giving her a wildcard entry after her ban was completed. Safe to say that Simona definitely wasn't in Sharapova's corner during her own time, and not just her. A significant number of big names in tennis were critical of the Russian at the time, and many of these people were vocal about her strong opinions, with some demanding that she be punished to the full extent. With all that in mind, it's not exactly hard to see things from the perspective of Sharapova's fans, who believe it's not entirely fair that Sharapova got a lot of backlashes in 2016, while Simona is seemingly getting all the support from everyone in tennis. These fans claim that Sharapova was treated harshly by the tennis community and would like to know why Simona is being treated differently. While it may indeed be the case of an unfair treatment and double standard, seeing how the cases were quite similar, it is worth noting that there are some differences. Sharapova admitted to using the illegal drug, saying that she had been using it for years but didn't realize it had been added to the banned substance list, while Simona is arguing that she doesn't even know how the drug got into her system. Do you think that the little differences in both cases warrant the different treatment both athletes are getting? Simona Halep is someone that could have chosen to end her career at the start of the year, but she chose to remain in the game for just a little while longer because it simply is what she enjoys doing. According to those who do know the pro tennis player, there seems to be no merit in believing that she would ever use performance-enhancing drugs. Seeing how you can only take roxadustat orally, it might have been the case of accidental ingestion, but we can only wait and see what becomes of the situation. Most of the tennis world is behind Simona, hoping to see more of the brilliance she shows on the courts, and hopefully, this won't be the end of the career of one of the tennis greats. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to our channel. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, you'll be within a chance to win a $50 Amazon gift card. See you in the next one.